Traffic and weather every 10 minutes. Monday starting at 4:30. Watch your trusted source, ABC 12 News.
I live in Clio. I've lived in Clio all of my life, and I believe that being the resident, that we should have been told that this was happening.
Concern is that with this type of business in the neighborhood, that's going to invite in possibility of crime.
Now, some Clio area residents are not happy about the new all-natural health and wellness center that's opened its doors. Since then, Vienna Township's new ordinance requires medical marijuana patient care centers to operate only by special land use permit. Joining us now are the co-founders of the health center, Robb, LaPeen, and Eric Gunnels. Thank you for being here. Now, Robb, you're also a state-certified caregiver and a user of medical marijuana. Tell us a little bit about that, why you began. Tell us your personal story.
My involvement with medical marijuana came in the form of a tragedy. I came down with a rare blood disease in 2007, idiopathic thrombocytopenia platelet disease. And I had been put on prednisone, 110 milligrams of prednisone per day, Ambien, Wellibutrin, Xanax, lithium. They had me on 12 different prescription meds for this disease.
And it didn't work?
It nearly took my life.
Why?
It nearly took my life. Some of the side effects, suicidal thoughts. Okay, I spent 6 months fighting suicidal thoughts with this drug to the point where I just quit taking them.
Okay.
I had to quit taking them, take my chances. 2 months before my operation, they ended up removing my spleen. It was supposed to correct my disease. Regardless, I obtained my medical marijuana license through Eric here. He had been trying to get me to use this medicine right when it became legal, and I didn't want to listen to him. Finally, I didn't have a choice. I threw my pills away. I got my license. I started using medical marijuana, and it's the only form of medicine I use to this day.
Now, tell us briefly, when you say that it worked, was it something immediate? I mean, tell it, you know.
Absolutely immediate.
Okay.
Just feeling better, feeling like you can get out of bed. It has pain blockers in it to where you don't feel none of your pain. It can add energy to your day. There's so many different strains and types and ways to ingest and to consume the medicine. It takes a while before you can get on your medicine, what you need, your strain, and your method of ingestion or topical use. But I mean, it made such a. I credit medical marijuana for saving my life.
And you've been taking it for how long?
I've been a patient for over a year now. It's been 1 year and 5 months.
And it's changed your life?
Absolutely.
Eric, so you introduced Robb to the idea of using marijuana as medicine. Now, you're both co-founders of the Health and Wellness Center in Clio. Now, you say this is not a so-called compassion club. Can you explain the difference between a compassion club, a dispensary, and what you claim your business is?
Well, a compassion club started out as being a group meeting session for patients and caregivers that were newly registered to meet at libraries, public places, just to be able to congregate together, share their conditions and examples, also information that is useful to alleviating symptoms. So it was it was originally started as that. Today we've seen more of an emergence of businesses based on creating safe access models. A dispensary is more of a retail facility that just allows retail of cannabis to medical patients and caregivers. But our facility is basically a safe caregiver transfer station where patients and caregivers are allowed to, meet together to make their transfers safe.
Just transfers?
Yes.
Okay, now I actually had the opportunity to visit the facility, and I will admit I was somewhat surprised. I didn't know what to expect, but I noticed that there was a gym. There's also the Cannabis Research Institute of America, which you both say is was very important for you to have that incorporated into this facility. Describe the facility itself. Describe the scene for people.
Well, basically we're we're based on all natural health and wellness, meaning that we promote natural types of healing, such as PEMF treatments, non-invasive pain-reducing application. We also, are focused on nutrition. We're focused on getting people to in the routine of exercise and trying to choose more natural methods of healing. Getting it, we are what we eat, and so getting proper nutrition into our diet, as well as exercise, are important to our overall health.
Can you tell us now, what is your dream for the center? Let's talk about that. What is it that you envision? What's your goal for the center?
Our dream, our envisionment for the center is to be able to provide all natural health and wellness to not only the well-to-do, but those that are less well-to-do, those that wouldn't normally be able to afford these types of treatment in organic foods and vegetables and herbs and other such things. We believe that cannabis is just a good alternative herb, and we promote it. And we also believe that it's definitely good for our industry.
Tell us quickly what's going on as far as the ordinance. How has that impacted the future of your center?
I think the ordinance, well, first of all, we've committed no crime. We've done nothing wrong. Vienna Township didn't have an ordinance or a moratorium when we first opened up. So we felt it's difficult to ask permission for something that didn't exist. We chose the location because it was already previously zoned for the retail of medicine. So we just felt that that would be the most appropriate place. As far as the facility itself, it has open-face windows, which is a huge deterrent to crime. The location is offset. There's no other surrounding buildings adjacent to it. So it's sort of isolated, but at the same time very open, very in a place that something like this, I felt, that should be at a facility at that location.
In closing, what would you say to people who simply don't want marijuana exchanged anywhere near their neighborhoods?
I think it's a lack of information. I think that if the residents of the local area better understood how beneficial medical marijuana can be to patients and their symptoms, I think if they better understood that, they would appreciate what we're doing. I think that it would be more recognized as an important need to be fulfilled in our society.
And our goal is to educate. Education comes first. And when you walk into our facility, it's nothing but a big educational museum of hemp products, of cannabis products, of our forefathers and how they use this.
And you encourage people who basically might have a problem with the center to come in and check it out. I've heard you say that to people.
Absolutely. Not only do we encourage it, we need their support. Anybody that believes in all natural healing methods other than pharmaceutical, health, nutrition, they need to come down and give us their support, and we'll stand behind them.
Rob, Eric, thank you. Now, we should mention that we did attempt to contact the Vienna Township office, and they've been advised by their attorney not to talk about the pending court proceedings. When we return, we'll talk to the attorney representing the All Natural Health and Wellness Center in Clio, hear what he has to say, and the Lapeer County prosecutor will weigh in on how the current law is impacting the law enforcement community and prosecutors.